you so much, Mr. Budrys, for joining me on our Blue Sofa today.
Yeah, thank you for having me here. That's my honor and pleasure.
Lithuania faces hybrid threats from Russia on a daily basis. How do you counter these threats, and what lessons could the rest of Europe draw from your experiences?
A lot of lessons. And it's not only the recent years, that's our all history after regained independence starting from 1990. And that's not only Russia, that's Belarus. And that was China also recently. And we were attacked from many angles into many important targets in our national security field, starting from economy, starting from energy, then moving into the political area, financial sector, transport. Then with the recent events, that was another wave of economic coercion with GNSS system jamming, all the things you can imagine. We have suffered, and our main message is here that we know how to deal with it. We know how it is organized. We know the infrastructure that is out there in these countries that plan and then execute the operations against us. And we have good solutions, and we have good lessons learned for the others. So if we name operations that are targeting our retail, for example, retail shops, those sort of the arson operations, we know how to deal with it from the counterintelligence perspective. We know how to build economic resilience, how to diversify our links, how to de-risk or decouple in certain fields. And now we are tackling with another new attack, that is meteorological balloons being used to interfere into our airspace in purpose to shut down our normal civil aviation, like airports. Once again, we don't have all the solutions yet, but we are moving into right direction. And then the common denominator in all these fields is that you have to be really aware what's going on. You have to have tools to identify the threat, and of course the decisions that are needed. And one of the decisions that is needed in those certain situations is strong assistance and support from partners and allies. And we had it all the time. That's why it is so important, from my standpoint, to invest into these relations with our partners and allies, to have their not only direct support, but also to feel that back is covered. So as it is right now with the meteorological balloons. So in our discussions, we not only show what is happening, once again stressing the role of the Belarusian regime in destabilizing the region, but we also ask for the assistance to bring in the new sanctions for Belarus at EU level. So this is how it works.
German forces are permanently stationed in Lithuania. How do you assess the impact of this deployment on German-Lithuanian relations?
It has tremendous effect right now. And even we cannot even consider what will be the scope of our cooperation in the midterm. After the German brigade will be deployed in Lithuania, when the troops will move in, when the families move in, when we will see more German people on the streets in Vilnius, and then how more interconnected we will be. So what happened immediately, and that is now the case, and the reason we are here and we have such a good partnership, that is the security dialogue that we have with Germany. We have to align in so many fields, not only hard defense related, but also the other security topics, regional stability, the economic security, and the others. So it's one. The other thing is, of course, our joint position what concerns external threats coming to Europe as such. Then it is economic cooperation. We see new investments coming from Germany into defense industry in Lithuania that we are really happy about, but we also see the opportunities for financial sector to come into Lithuania and overall to expand. It's one of the biggest investors. Germany is one of the biggest investors already in Lithuania. Cultural cooperation, language. There is huge demand for German language already in Lithuania, and it will increase. So we will be closer and closer as the countries, as the nation, and it will be a transformative stage. I'm really optimistic about it. And I see the preparation that are going on in Lithuania and in many ministries, not only Ministry of Foreign Affairs, that's the Ministry of Education, that's the Ministry of Social Affairs, of Culture, others that are preparing for this period of time of our cooperation. And society, they're waiting for it. We have the highest number of trust in Germany what concerns all the allies. More than 80% of Lithuanians trust Germany. So this is the very strong message that we are not only welcome, but we are really up, to invest into our relations, and people believe in it. So I have the very strong mandate to work on it.
As NATO's new frontier, the Baltic countries play a crucial role. What do you expect from the alliance in terms of support and cooperation?
I want that our deterrence would be as effective as it has to be, in purpose to avoid any sort of the incidents, intrusions, provocations, or anything that is dangerous. And then we see that from time to time we lose this effectiveness of deterrence, as we did in the Baltic Sea, when we had the destruction of the critical underwater infrastructure. We see that with the intrusions into our airspace, with violations by drones, by fighter jets, we also lost the effectiveness of deterrence what concerns our air and missile defense. So we have to restore it. And how to do it? That is with robust presence, that is with increased posture, and that is with the very sharp procedures how we react. And on top of it, we have to respond also politically. Because the reason why we are suffering those incidents and attacks is the goal to diminish support of our societies to our support to Ukraine. And they want to review our policies. They want to mess with the minds of in our society. So in purpose to deny this scenario, to deny this goal, we have to increase our support to Ukraine. And I'm so happy to be here at this time in Germany when I see the discussions about your next year budget, when I see the increased numbers for defense spending, when I see the increased numbers for support to Ukraine. Then that would be what concerns percentage of GDP, as it is in Lithuania almost. We paid in the year before, last year, this year, and up to 10 years, we will pay 0.25% of our GDP to Ukraine. When I see the numbers like this and the scale matters in Germany, that's a good news. We need the good role models, good examples for Europe. And Germany is leading by example. So I'm really proud to be partners with you.
Thank you so much for the time.
Thank you.